Welcome to OSBA TV here from Crestwood Prep, right dead smack in the middle of Toronto, Ontario. I'm Chris McKee doing the play-by-play. It's a big one today, one of the premier matchups of the season. Capital Courts comes in from Ottawa with a 12-2 record, featuring Marissa Russell, one of the premier players in the country, headed to Louisville next year, facing Crestwood Prep coming off in a bit of an unusual situation. Their first loss of the season. They lost to Lincoln this past week. They're 13-1, still one of the top programs in the country. They're also going to be faced with the unenviable task of playing Capital Courts without their leading scorer, Aaliyah Edwards. Aaliyah over with the Canadian senior women's national team in Belleville right now, so she's away from Crestwood, but either way, Crestwood loaded with other 4- and 5-star prospects, so I think they should be fine. So on the floor right now for Capital Courts, Marissa Russell, of course, number 13. Treya Paquette, number 3. Number 8, Cassandra Jolie-Kerr. Trying to see. Number 7 is Hannah Riddick. And who else am I missing? Number 4, Isabel Gaudet on the floor for Crestwood. 33, Tasha Lattimore. Number 11, Cheyenne Day Wilson. Sorry, is Cheyenne wearing 11 today? She is, yeah. Thank God I caught that. Okay. 2, Rebecca Demike. And once I get that number, it looks like Kayla Drummond. And number 1, Tiana Bailey. Oh, she is? So 11, it's Zakayla. Okay, Zakayla De Burrell, forgive me. Get my numbers mixed up. I get it right now. Thanks, Yoram. Paquette, she's got a different number on today. I recognize the little video on Treya. Hannah's got to get this ball over half. Riddick does just in time, coast to coast. Hannah Riddick start things off for Capital Courts. Too easy. And then there's a steal. Marissa Russell tiptoes in bounds. Russell for Gaudet. Short jump shot, misses. Rebound Drummond. Lattimore races up the floor and almost had that stolen by Riddick. It's a torrid pace here in the opening minute. Riddick coast to coast again. Nothing but eyes for the hoop. Just can't get it to go. Rebound Bailey. Turnover. And an easy lay-in, Isabel Gaudet. And right out the bat, timeout on the floor. Crestwood down 4-0. Capital Courts coming out like a house on fire. So Hannah Riddick leading the charge here in the early going. Hannah, of course, from Calgary. One of the many ladies on Capital Courts that have come from all over the country to come play for this program. Speaks volumes of it. Thanks for joining us here on OSBA TV. If you are watching on the YouTube stream, drop a line in the comments. Let us know how the sound is. We usually have some issues in the opening minute or two. Let us know if you can hear us loud and clear or if the live stream's coming in. Just say all is good. You can also drop me a line on Twitter at Mr. McKee, MRMCKEE. 9:06 to go. Crestwood looks a little shell-shocked at the pace that Capital Courts has come out with. So Treya Paquette, normally listed number 3, we're number 19 today. Tiana Bailey, guarded closely by Riddick. Lattimore, guarded by Russell. Tasha, spin move. And 1. Tasha Lattimore blows by Marissa Russell. That's impressive. Nice start for Tasha. Tasha, of course, one of the most sought-after recruits in Canada. Offers from all the blue blood programs in the United States. She's currently listed number 11 overall prospect on the ESPN Top 100 for the class of 2021. Can't convert. And Cassandra Jolie-Kerr with the rebound. Paquette pushes it up. And what's the call? They didn't reset the shot clock. I was wondering. I didn't see anyone fouling anyone. Official stops that dead. We're going to reset the shot clock. So is that Elijah over there doing the score? Yeah. So we got Elijah Fisher and some of the Crestwood men's players over working the scores table. And then it looks like they're having a hard time of it as the shot clock goes off, but there was probably about 15 seconds left. We'll get it sorted. I mentioned sometimes we have sound issues, that they also have scores tables issues once in a while. Last time we came, we almost weren't going to play because the scores clock itself wasn't exactly working. Okay, looks like we got it sorted. Back to it. 12 left on the shot clock, and GOTW just tossed that one away. Jolly Kerr. Cassandra's tall. She goes about 6'3", but even that was a little bit too ambitious of a pass for her. So Zakayla DeBarrell will inbound. So I got a 1 and 11. And DeMckay. Tiana. DeMckay, one of the best pure shooters in the country. Spin shot. She is lethal from behind the arc. And again, they got the shot clock wrong. Again, the refs keeps whistling this dead. So it's kind of killed a bit of the flow of the game. I mentioned Capitol Courts came out like a house on fire. And now we've had 3 consecutive stoppages on the last 3 plays. Good help. Sometimes it's hard to find, right? So hopefully they'll figure it out. We'll do this again. Shot clock. Not sure where it's going to be. Should be a few down. Okay, it's at 20. GOTW inbounds. Russell. Nice little kiss off the glass. Marissa Russell just blows by Tiana Bailey with ease. Riddick down there causing more havoc. Substitution. Ella Okubasu coming in for the first time, number 14 for Crestwood. DeMckay. And they're calling it over and back. I'm a little bit puzzled as Rebecca was saying she dribbled the ball behind the over and back the line. Russell. Marissa just muscles her way in, and one gets the Capitol Courts bench up on their feet. So I think if you're going to leave Marissa one-on-one with Crestwood, I can tell you what the result's going to be at the end of the day. Someone's got to help double her. Had to reset the shot clock again. The ref's over giving him a word. All right, here we go. Demike. Okubasu has her pocket picked by Russell. Riddick to Godet. And a reckless pass, Jolly Kerr. Shot clock winding down, Paquette air ball. And either way, it was going to be a turnover. Capitol Courts, full court press. Bailey. Okubasu. Drummond. Shot clock winding down at 5. Riddick again. And possession arrow. She is just fierce. Hannah Riddick, a nightmare on the defensive end. She plays so much longer than what they've got her listed at. They have her listed at 5'10". She's got long arms on her. So whenever any guard she's defended, good luck. Substitutions, Lydia Malashenko in for the first time. And number 10, that air ball. So I don't have a 10, Yoram. Rachel Newman in Capitol Courts. Some of the girls changing their uniforms. And Godet, easy lay-in. And Fatima Jakate, normally wearing number 0 at 32 today. Demike can't hit. And Godet with the loose ball. Is it? 10 is Rachel Newman. Thought so. So Rachel normally listed number 6. Bailey. Demike, you have to put one up from behind the arc. Bailey, that's a travel. She took 3 steps. Good call from the referee. 5:48 to go. All Crestwood up 11-2. Newman. It is? Okay.
11 is Katie.
Okay. Jakate misses on her first attempt. I'll tell you, that stoppages in the clock take me out of my rhythm as well, never mind the players. Drummond off the glass gets the roll. Kayla Drummond. Kayla already committed to, I believe, Lafayette University. And Russell's fouled. She's going to get herself to the line and shoot a couple free throws. So Marissa comes in leading the OSBA in scoring, 24.7 points per game. Of course, Aaliyah Edwards just behind her at 24.2, but mentioned off the intro, Aaliyah over in Belgium with the Canadian senior women's national team. She's watching in her hotel. What's up, Aaliyah? Russell drains. And Newman almost picks the pocket of Bailey. Tiana's got to get this over half. Does. Lattimore there. Tasha off to a really good start. Converts again. I think Crestwood's going to have a chance today. You're going to see a big game out of Tasha Lattimore with no Aaliyah Edwards. Russell was going out of bounds. Just tossed that in. Lattimore and switches to her left hands. And blocking foul called against Newman. And Tasha shoot a couple free throws. Tasha, it is a 5-star recruit, offers from University of California, UCLA, Florida, Kentucky, Notre Dame, you name it. Tasha listed at 6'5", hitting free throws. Capitol Courts. Lydia Malashenko out there now. Okay. And off her foot, Tiana Bailey, and over and back. So my roster's from when I did the Crestwood Capitol Courts game a couple weeks ago.
New jerseys.
They all New Jerseys, okay. Oh, here we go. I have a secondary one. I knew there was a reason I printed 4 rosters, but hey. First time today, Saleha Joseph out there, number 4 for Crestwood. It's over 4 minutes to go. Demike. Shot clock winding down, and she lets it go. And the bench was letting her know. I'm not understanding, you know, Rebecca's one of the best three-point shooters in the country. North Carolina State commit. A little hesitant today to pull the trigger. And now, see Coach Marlowe saying the same thing we've been hesitant for. Malashenko feeds inside to Jacate. Sierra Baugh has her pocket picked. Justice Miller out there for the first time for Crestwood, number 12. And Russell showing her ball handle ability there. Marissa. Fade away off the glass, can't go. Jacate, and she's going to be fouled by, looks like Tasha Lattimore. It is 33 from behind. Jacate, listed 6'5" from Gatineau, Quebec. His offers from Florida Atlantic. Hitting 68% of her free throws this year. Not bad. Get that up a little bit. Oh, looks like we got a little bit of sweat on the floor. They're looking for someone to wipe down. No. Jacate. Unlucky in and out. Hit every bit of the rim. Couldn't drop for her. Crestwood. Ooh, denied Hannah Riddick. Hannah, one of my favorite players in the OSBA. It's the motor that doesn't stop. 3:16 to go, 5-point lead, Capitol Courts. They've quieted down a little after their torrid start. They were up 11-2 at one point. Malashenko's got to get it over. Gaudette, get it over. How many seconds? Yeah, thank you. That was about 20. So Capitol Courts messing around with it. That's the turnover that Crestwood needed. And Tiana Bailey. And there's Riddick again, creating another turnover. GOTW pulls up inside to Riddick. Looks up and sees Tasha Lattimore staring at her. Opts wisely to pull out. And Sierra Baugh, nice little jump shot. (15-8). That's when the Capitol Courts go so deep. You know, the second unit comes on, they're all loaded with girls that have been a part of the Canadian national team program and offers from numerous universities. It keeps coming at you. And I could see what, so GOTW was trying to get clever. Demike had turned her back to the inbound pass, and she was going to try and throw it off her back. And she missed the pass from about 6 inches. I think she's going to try it again. Nope. Riddick short on her jumper, gets her rebounds. Back out, Sierra Baugh. Riddick, shot clock winding down. Ooh, Isabella GOTW from the corner. Lattimore breaks the press. Demike, and she's going to be fouled by Melashenko. Rebecca will shoot some free throws. So Rebecca comes in. She's averaging just 10 points a game. She is a 75% free throw shooter, though. Drains the second, nothing but net. Nicely done, well worked. And ooh, denied. That was like Justice Miller for Crestwood. Big block, Demike for three, looks good. Swish, there it is. Rebecca Demike, been waiting for it. And there's the steal, Miller. And one, Justice Miller. And now Crestwood into it. Energy picking up in the gym. So Justice Miller comes off the bench, making a big impression. Miller can't convert the three-point play, but they have chipped the lead down to three. Russell, it's a Paquette. Marissa pulls up, can't get it to go. Lattimore. And then Lattimore was falling out of bounds. She tried to throw it off GOTW and instead threw it out of bounds. One thing, though, Crestwood, I don't know why they're inbounding it to Tasha. You know, the 6'5" girl, you don't expect her to handle the ball like a point guard and bring it up. You get Tasha the ball, you know, this once you cross midcourt. Yep. Tasha being pressed, and Riddick comes in and strips it. Good defense. Shout out to my guy Joe Rasso. Did a couple games with Joe. Has been an assistant with the Canadian national team, McMaster's head coach for 30 years maybe. And taught me about that. One defender goes high, the other one comes low. That was textbook there from Capitol Courts. Miller. And then Riddick again. 1:11 to go in the first. 17-14 Capitol Courts out front. This first quarter feels like it's taken about an hour and 38 minutes to complete. Lattimore to Demike, hit the big three last time around. And I don't know about that. Rebecca was a little wild in her approach to the basket. Katie Butts just stood her ground. Katie's getting called with a blocking foul. So I did the commentating for the skills competition last year for BioSteel Weekend. I talked about this. Rebecca went deep into that, and it was mixed. It was guys versus girls, and she was one of the best, period. Converts. Of course, Crestwood, the defending OSBA champs. These two teams faced each other, and there's Katie Butts. These two teams faced each other in the finals last year. What a game it was. It took Aaliyah Edwards hitting some free throws with about 2 seconds left to give Crestwood the title. Shot clock under 10. Zakayla DeBarrell switches to her left hand. Knocked out of bounds. And still going to be Crestwood ball with 26.3 to go. 14 on the shot clock. Justice Miller, Demike for three. Swish. Lethal from behind the arc. Rebecca Demike, back-to-back threes for her. Also was calling for it early, like put one up. Paquette, Russell. Marissa Russell, fadeaway jumper. The response gives Crestwood back the lead. Sorry, Capital Courts back the lead at 21-18. So they wanted at 4 seconds. I think they were a little slow getting the clock going. Here we go, 4 seconds. They heave it up and goes out of bounds, and the clock didn't start. No one touched it. So Capital Courts now. So that's costly turnover at the end of the first. There's now plenty of time. Obviously you're going to look for Marissa here. There she is. Russell puts it up. Off the rim. No dice. Riddick in there. And that'll do it for the first quarter. So at the end of one, Capital Courts 21, Crestwood 18. It started out all Capital Courts first few minutes. It was like Crestwood kind of searching a little bit for their identity. Found it. And came courtesy of Rebecca Demike. Lay a couple big threes. And then Justice Miller off the bench, big spark. So I think we're in for a good one here. Thanks for joining us here on OSBA TV. Don't forget, click subscribe to the red button. Stay up to date on all things OSBA. Also, don't forget to check out their new All Access series, doing mini documentaries of each game's player interviews, behind the scenes, some good high-def footage. Also, check out OSBA on Instagram and Twitter. Stay up to date on all the latest signings and commitments. Also, Feature Fridays, which no one's allowed to talk about. It's this secret project that the OSBA is involved with. They're highlighting one athlete. But I was trying to drag some info from the OSBA, and it's a sealed vault. Yeah. So cool being here at Crestwood again. Done a couple of the boys' games here already this season. We did Crestwood Orangeville Prep early in the season. And then Crestwood Bill Carruthers was a really good one a couple weeks back just before the Christmas break. Of course, the boys team led by Elijah Fisher. No one rated recruit in the country for, what was Elijah, 2023, I believe? Yeah. Back to it, right in front of us. Demeke will inbound, guarded by GOTW. Throws it to Lattimore. Tasha. Demeke for three again, and finally misses. Lattimore, though. I want to see Tasha put that right back up after she catches it. She had the height over Russell, and it was Tasha getting it done defensively. Big block. Russell. Here's the footsteps of Lattimore. Switches to her left hand. Nice finish. Marissa Russell. Bailey looking for help, and she tosses that away. Some miscommunication between her and Kayla Drummond. And now we're going to see Cheyenne Day Wilson for the first time today. Well, Cheyenne, number 23. Lattimore wants to go coast to coast, feeds it for Justice Miller. Nice feed, nice finish. Crestwood Prep sticking around, 23-20. Riddick. Hannah wants to go coast to coast. Paquette for three, her first three of the game. Swish, Treya Paquette. And then goes and knocks that away from Cheyenne Day Wilson. So Cheyenne just getting into the game now. So it's always, they'll take players just that little something to go, oh, I gotta catch up to the pace of this game. So I gotta wonder, I don't want to speculate, maybe some discipline. Cheyenne sitting out the first quarter, surprised not to see her in. Demeke. And Lattimore with the putback. So it's getting word Cheyenne a little under the weather. It's not feeling well. So I think it's one of those, hey, let's see, get out there, get a sweat going, see how you feel. Paquette inside to Jolie Kerr. Cassandra to GOTW. Off the rim, rebound Cheyenne Day Wilson. Cheyenne, little floater inside to Lattimore. There it is. Crestwood Prep feeling it now, and Capitol Courts wants a timeout. So you see that burst of energy Cheyenne brings off the bench. And just that communication, you can see how in tune she is with Lattimore. 26-24, Capitol Courts still in front. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining us here on OSBA TV. So they had some good tunes bumping pregame and then no tunes midgame. I was talking about last week during the game. I've been hooked on the iHeartRadio of late because I think the radio sort of in the Toronto area is terrible, and I work on the radio in the Toronto area. As far as the music, though, so iHeartRadio you can listen to pretty much anywhere in North America. So I'm a big fan of Power 105. This is the hip-hop station in New York City. Power 99, which is the hip-hop station in Philadelphia. They're just 6 months ahead of us as far as playing the current stuff. All the, the Lil Baby, Gunna, Drake, the Baby. They're already playing their newer singles, whereas us in Toronto, we're just catching up. Also the sports radio there, because talk a little bit more college basketball on ESPN radio in the U.S. and that. So tipped out of bounds. Demeke making a case that she knocked it off GOTW. Ref's not buying it. Isabella from Ottawa. Feeds inside to Russell. Riddick had a wide open shot and then opted for the tougher shot, and it all worked out for her. Hannah Riddick. And Hannah's been a part of the Canadian U16 national team. Went to Chile this summer. And there's Paquette with the steal. And Treya from Winnipeg, first year with Capital Courts. And Cheyenne Day Wilson is getting called with a foul. Cheyenne none too happy with it. Neither is the Crestwood bench. 7-11 to go in the half. Just a reminder, don't ever eat a hamburger from 7-Eleven. Stick to the chips and chocolate bars. And let the time expire. Too much indecision, and that's a turnover. I see they have chicken wings at 7-Eleven now. That's not the move either. Lattimore wide open, extra pass to Demike. They got away with it. Her feet were out of bounds. The ref wasn't looking. I could see it. Russell. Yeah, it looks like Jolly Kerr. Call with like an illegal screen. Substitutions. Fatima Jakate back in. Lydia Malashenko and Rachel Newman all in for Capital Courts. Russell and Gaudette remain on the floor. Cheyenne, fifth in the OSBA in scoring. Day Wilson hits the rim. Good hustle from Dave Burrell to keep that alive. Jakate denied. Tasha Lattimore. Not in my house. Day Wilson to Lattimore. Ooh. Tasha trying to go coast to coast. That would have got him up. But you see just a glimpse there from Lattimore. Why is she so highly recruited? Again, another block. And I'm not sure what the call is. So this looks like Gaudette's getting called with a foul, saying they put her arm around her. Substitution, Justice Miller back out there, as well as Ella Okubasu, number 14. She's got the white headband on. So, Marissa Russell calling out the ref here for not allowing Jakate to tie her shoe. And the ref politely apologized. I've never seen that. Cheyenne. Oh, what a feed inside. Miller couldn't handle it. And you see what Cheyenne brings to the table. Amazing court vision. Just so much creativity. Exceptional ball handler. Cheyenne fielding offers from the likes of Florida, Michigan, Syracuse, a whole heap of others. Sierra Ba, Newman. I think too much messing around with it by Capital Courts. Shot clock winding down. And Russell lost a handle on it. Turnover. So it looks like they're now doubling Cheyenne Day Wilson. They don't want her bringing the ball up. Okubasu has her pocket picked. Russell coast to coast, and again, Tasha Lattimore denied. That's about 6 blocks already. Jeez. So foul off the ball, looks like on Tiana Bailey. She's trying to keep an eye on Marissa Russell. Russell, turnaround jump shot, can't get the roll. Lattimore rebound. Day Wilson, coast to coast. Everything but the finish. 4-point game. 4:50 to go in the half. Newman. Rachel Newman. Nothing but net. Rachel, a class of 2020. Another local Ottawa lady. Justice Miller trying to respond. Can't. Lattimore there to follow. And it looks like Russell's going to get called with a foul on Tasha. No. They're not, because Russell was complaining to the ref. But it looks like maybe Tasha stepped out of bounds underneath. So Ottawa finally breaks the press. Sarah Baugh. Newman wide open. Trying to get it to Russell. Marissa, she's fouled. Russell back to the free throw line. Marissa also a local Ottawa lady. Of course, Louisville commit, or Louisville. I got to get that down right. OSBA MVP. Not sure what's going on here. Oh, looking for get a towel to wipe. The ref has got a wet spot. It's also extra careful because everyone dragging in. It's a slushy, snowy day here in Toronto. People dragging in that on their shoes. And you never know who's walking in and around the court before and after. So Friday night, so last Friday after Central Tech, the game, we were right in the heart of downtown Toronto, Bathurst and Bloor. I thought, well, I'm going to get a quick bite. Ended up walking to Fresh, which is the vegan restaurant, Spadina and Bloor. Fantastic, highly recommended. I ended up just walking. It was kind of unseasonably warm. I was a little chilly, but I just walked from Bathurst all the way to Sherbourne Station. Just having a conversation with myself, kind of like right now. Russell can hit her free throws. Capitol Court still with a 6-point lead. Demike guarded by Baugh. Becca, and she gets called with a double dribble this time. So, you know, Rebecca, on the defensive end, she's played well, and she's had a couple big threes, but that half-court line is causing her all sorts of issues tonight. She got called with an over and back earlier, and now double dribble right as she crosses center. Malashenko tried to muscle her way in, couldn't. Kayla Drummond muscles that away. Cheyenne, step back three. Ooh. Every bit of the rim couldn't drop for her. And there's an arm wrestling match going on between Fatima Chakate and Kayla Drummond. Ottawa ball. Newman looking for help and just tosses that away. I think she was a little too hesitant with it. She had an opportunity to make the pass. Cheyenne, quite the social media star, 25,000 Instagram followers. Just doing a little research, checking out, I always Google every player. See what I can find about them. Zakayla DeBarrell misses. Tasha trying to put it back. And I was blown away. Cheyenne, 25,000 Instagram followers. And then I was looking at Shamira Samuels, who's not playing today. She's got like 50,000 TikTok followers. I do not have a TikTok account. Refuse. People keep sending me these TikToks in my text, and I'm like, I'm not downloading the app. I don't want to see people dancing to a song. It's like, I want to see the professional dancers in the video that 50 Cent hired or whoever. Not someone in Corbin, Kentucky dancing. Hitting free throws. 3:17 to go. 5-point lead now. Katie Butts back in for Capitol Courts. Newman. And again, 2 consecutive possessions. She's turned it over inside her own half. Demike wants to pull the trigger on another 3. You can see it. And turnover, and here's an easy lay-in, Marissa Russell. Marissa, steal after steal. She was averaging about 6 a game the last one I did, and add another one to it right there. And Zakayla DeBarrel called with a foul. Yes, 5.7 steals coming into this one. I think Marissa's already hit that total. The nose for the ball, just knowing what they're thinking before they think it, and you're already there. .241 to go. Cheyenne guarded by Melashenko. Had the chance to have a good sit-down interview with Cheyenne at BioSteel weekend last year. Very quiet. Nice young lady. So she has been one thing I always wanted in my whole life. You know, I'm Toronto born and raised, and I always wanted to be the City TV Athlete of the Week. And Cheyenne's got one of those on her resume, so kudos to you. Katie Butts, and 1. So Katie just coming off the bench, making an impact. And with Katie out there, they need some height to match with her, so Tasha Lattimore back on the floor for Crestwood. Katie averaging 6.8 points per game, just a 52% free throw shooter. Misses that one. And Riddick in there again. Possession arrow, but it still favors Crestwood. So another shot clock issue. Looks like Trevon Thomas and Elijah Fisher over there. I know it's definitely Elijah. I'm blind as a bat. I got to get a little closer to them. Demike for 3. Again, nothing but net. It's just a really lovely high-arcing shot she's got. Ball seems to hang there for an eternity. That's 3 threes for Demike. Keep shooting. Shot clock winding down. Another turnover. And Riddick knocks it out of bounds. Should be Crestwood ball. Substitution. Treya Paquette back in for Melashenko. Treya at a Glenlaw High School. She's got some interest already from North Dakota. And I know obviously her being in Winnipeg, but sure, she's piquing a lot more schools' interest after her move to Capitol Courts. So I think the ref's so used to adjusting the shot clock, that time he didn't need to. Day Wilson, lovely feed to Lattimore, and easy lay-in, Tasha Lattimore. That's a deadly combo. Paquette got away with a travel, but ended up turning it over. Everyone in the stands shouting travel. Demike again, ooh, off the back of the rim. I think she thought, everyone in the gym thought that was going in. Can't get the roll. Russell pulls up over Day Wilson. And Cheyenne, it looks like Marissa sold that one. Cheyenne's not impressed. I'm not sure she even touched her, but hey. Either way, Russell at the free throw line. Marissa, an 80% free throw shooter. Hits her first. Marissa spent some time herself with the Canadian senior women's national team this summer. Talked to her about that experience. Check out my YouTube channel. Just type in Chris McKee. Type in Chris McKee, Marissa Russell on YouTube, and you'll see the video come up. And Lattimore showing her range. Big three from Tasha. Cuts the lead 2-3. Paquette looking for Russell. Let her a little too far. Russell one-on-one on Kayla Drummond. And switches to her left hand. Can't go. Cheyenne Day Wilson runs the floor. Coast to coast. Leaves it for Lattimore. And one. Tasha Lattimore. Tasha feeling it today. She's getting so many more opportunities since Cheyenne Day Wilson's entered the game. So I thought, coming into this with no Aaliyah Edwards, Tasha's going to have a big one, and she is. She can tie the game right here. There it is, tie ball game. So after a sluggish start, anyone's game right now, sluggish start from Crestwood, I should say. Ba. Game clock winding down. 5-4. Butts turnaround off the glass. Katie Butts, 2.2 to go. Lattimore. And go to the half. And we got a good one here. Crestwood trailing by 2. 38-36, Capitol Courts looking a little shell-shocked after a little run there by Crestwood. So thanks for joining us here on OSBA TV. I'm Chris McKee. We're going to take a little break. We'll see you for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Start of the second half. First half was a good one. Capital Courts out of Ottawa leading 38-36. Crestwood really sparked in the second quarter by the emergence of Cheyenne Day Wilson. Didn't play in the first, came out in the second, was a real difference maker. And Natasha Lattimore really catching fire. And a lot of that is opportunities created by Cheyenne feeding her the ball. For Capital Courts, it's always Marissa Russell as usual. But it's just strength in numbers. They keep coming at you. Ooh, speaking of coming at you, Cheyenne Day Wilson right out the gate, big three. And in a turnover, Cheyenne with the steal. Nice feed inside to Lattimore. My goodness. Cheyenne putting on a clinic. Crestwood now with a 41-38 lead, and Day Wilson with another steal, and she's fouled. Let's see who it is on the ground. Looks like Isabella Gaudet. What a start for Crestwood. Day Wilson just taking over the game. Cheyenne. She's got Demike. Rebecca for three. Ooh, off the back of the rim. Rebecca back to Cheyenne Day Wilson. Cheyenne to Zakayla De Burrell. Left-handed floater off the glass. Silly. I love that one. Zakayla De Burrell, lovely. Capital Courts looks out of sorts. We might need a timeout here in a second. Paquette trying to settle. Treya to Jolly Kerr. Russell, shot clock winding down. Marissa can't get it to go. Rachel Newman gets it back to Russell. Puts it up for three. Marissa misses both. And who's there to pick up the loose ball? Cheyenne Day Wilson. And gotta be, yes, Kayla Drummond, careless, no need to do that. Just body checked Hannah Riddick in the back. Everyone on the gym saw it. I'm all for a little rugged play. I think you gotta be a little bit more stealth than that. Paquette. Treya. And it goes down hard, and she just ran into a wall. Cheyenne pulls up for three. Ooh, that was a heat check. I don't mind that from Day Wilson. She had a couple big shots already. I think she earned that heat check. Russell and Marissa's fouled. Goes down hard. No worse for wear. Crestwood up by 5 now. That's their largest lead of the game. But Russell shooting free throws. Imagine 80% free throw shooter. Hits her first. Converts them both. Lead back down to just 3 for Crestwood. Day Wilson. Long 3 attempts. That's Celia Joseph. And the putback, Kayla Drummond. Kayla's father, Dwight, of course, the famed broadcaster with CBC News. Russell for 3, off. That's 3 threes in a row she's missed. Dwight, Kayla's dad, obviously a legend here in the city of Toronto. Remember him on City TV many years ago. And Newman, she had Riddick, thought about it, pump faked, and then got lucky with that one. Capitol Courts will maintain the ball underneath the basket right now. I'm not sure. They're having another conversation with the scores table about the shot clock. You know, the good news for Elijah Fisher over there, the scores table, he's got a heck of a future as a basketball player. I don't know what his future as a timekeeper is, though. All right, there we go. Shot clock at 13 to wind down a few seconds. Paquette for three. In and out for Treya. Day Wilson coast to coast, and she finishes. Cheyenne Day Wilson. Cheyenne is just taking over this game since she's come on. Jolly Kerr. And Rachel Newman is fouled. Looks like Cheyenne's going to be called with one. Capitol Court substitution. Melashenko and Katie Butts back in for Jolly Kerr and Paquette. More confusion. So Rachel Newman at the free throw line. A lot of confusion going on. Demike, guarded closely by Riddick. And Hannah, a little cheap hand check foul. Not where you want to be fouling. Time it on the floor, Crestwood. So thanks for joining us here on OSBA TV. I'm Chris McKee. Don't forget to click subscribe to the big red button. Stay up to date, all things OSBA. Also, follow on Instagram and Twitter. What was it, Ontario SBA? And you can check me out on Twitter or Instagram, Mr. McKee. There's a Mr. McKee CM on Instagram. I originally had Mr. McKee, then deleted Instagram, and then about 2 years later decided, all right, I'm ready to rejoin the world again. Back to it. 6:37 to go in the third. Back and forth we go. Demike hit a couple big threes in the second quarter. Cooled off a little bit. Marissa Russell's cooled off a little bit. From behind the arc anyways. Mr. last three-point attempts. And I'm not sure who's getting called with that foul. Might be Russell. Lattimore. Oh, Demike took her eye off it, excuse me, and then kicks it out of bounds. Melashenko, guarded closely by Day Burrell. Russell, fadeaway jump shot. Tried to use glass, couldn't drain it. Lattimore with the rebound. Demike for three, why not? Off the front of the rim. And looks like Lattimore is going to get called a little elbow. It is. Newman. Newman wide open look. Her and Riddick in the same spot, so someone's not where they're supposed to be. Riddick drives. Crestwood. And what a feed from Cheyenne. And travel calls. Eesh, Zakayla. So Marissa tying her shoe. Crestwood continues to press. Russell works out of it easy. Newman wide open look, take it. Too strong. Riddick with the rebounds. And again, I've seen this a couple times with the ladies. Riddick had position there. She catches that, puts it right back up. It's an easy 2 for her. She wanted to take a dribble and then take it, and got it stripped. Katie Butts, too strong. She had an uncontested lay-in. Newman can't skate around Drummond. And Lattimore with another block. Cheyenne pulls up. Ooh. And Demike wide open 3 she's got all day. Can't hit it. The Rebecca's really cooled off from behind the arc. And Riddick. Russell, good ball movement from Capitol Courts. Marissa can't buy a 3. Oh, what a 1-2. Oh, that's delicious basketball from Crestwood. Day Wilson and Lattimore. Man, nice finish from Tasha. And they can't get it over in time. Newman's been guilty of that a couple times already. I think it's the 3rd time she's done that. The definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Right? Demike keeps putting it up. Short again. And Day Wilson, oh, and the roll. Cheyenne. Oh, put on a clinic. 51-42, 9-point lead for Crestwood, their largest of the game. And Jacate, and she's fouled. Fatima will shoot a couple free throws. Crestwood, you can see just them getting frustrated. Sorry, Capitol getting frustrated with each other. Forgive me. Jacate, which is from Gatineau. She played high school in Deerfield Beach, Florida before coming back to Ottawa. I will say the best poutine or poutin, as they would say there, I've ever had in my life was in Gatineau. There's some good one in Montreal as well, but Gatineau's the spot. Justice Miller out there. She had a really nice first half. She was a big spark on the bench. Off the bench initially when it was all Capitol Courts. Dave Burrell. And that was ambitious. She just ran into Jacate. Sierra Ba. And then wildly tosses that away. They got to settle down. You know what? I'm thinking the exact same thing. And I look over the Capitol Courts bench. Everyone's like, settle down. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Cheyenne guarded by Melashenko. Ooh. Bailey, wide open look, can't get it. And Newman's there with the loose ball. Marissa directing traffic. She had the shot, but wants to take it to the hoop, off the glass. Jacate can't follow. Day Wilson pulls up short on her attempt. Rebound Lattimore. And Baugh comes away with it. And stolen, Obukasu, and she can't finish. Capitals got numbers inside to Jacate, easy lay-in. Fatima, it's the youngster. It's class of 2022. Bright future ahead of her. That would put her, what, grade 10? I stood next to her in the hall. And it was like Newman's foul, Day Wilson. I stood next to Fatima in the hall, and she is a legit 6'5". Let me say that. Maybe even taller. So Day Wilson to the free throw line. Mentioned Cheyenne, 5th in scoring. 16.3 points per game coming in. So you wondered how Crestwood would respond after losing their first game of the season. Was it on Tuesday, I believe, to Lincoln? It's going to be coming down to it. You're looking, these two teams and Lincoln definitely going to have a say in things come OSBA playoffs. OSBA playoffs will take place. Is the women the same as men, March 6th to 8th? Same, March 5 to 8, okay. And back at Ryerson, down at Mattamy. Of course, the former Maple Leaf Gardens. Kerr Hall, too, and Kerr Hall. Kerr Hall, that's the old Ryerson gym. Baugh had Riddick. She didn't recognize she had Riddick wide open under the hoop. Paquette. So Marissa Russell on the bench. It's the first time tonight that I've seen her get a breather. And we got a timeout on the floor. Capitol Courts. They trail by 9. 1:28 to go in the third. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining us here on OSBA TV. If you are out there, drop us a line in the comments. Let us know where you're listening from. I'm always amazed. Some of the reach. I did the Canadian Men's Soccer National Championship back in November. And on that stream, we have people from like Australia messaging, coast to coast in Canada, Nova Scotia to British Columbia. Even if you're listening in Scarborough, just down the road, just tell me you're in like Saudi Arabia or something. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story. An unwise man told me that once. It'll be Crestwood ball after the break. So you can check me out on tomorrow on the radio. I'll be doing News Talk 1010, Jewel 88.5, traffic reporting all day. Use my usual shift, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. 5 days a week. Thursdays and Fridays my day off. That's why I'm here today. Lattimore. Fade away. Can't get the roll. But Drummond comes up with it. Demike. And finally, Demike, another big three. She went cold for a little bit. Shooter's got to shoot, though. Love seeing that. Never hesitates. Keeps putting them up. Newman again. Get it over. Baugh. She had Jacate running the basket, jumping up and down, screaming for it. Baugh didn't see her. Lattimore coast to coast. And she got hammered in the face. No foul called. And unlucky. And Tasha's tough. She took a good shot right to the chops. Didn't phase her. 34.6 to go in the third. Russell, fade away. The back of the rim, no good. Cheyenne wants to slow things down, but a 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so Capitol Courts will at least have a chance to heave one. Speaking of heaving one, Demike, misses. 8 seconds left, plenty of time. And Drummond called with a foul. Not a bad foul by Kayla. But I think Riddick could have blew by her and got an easy lay-in. At least slow things down, gives Crestwood a chance to reset on defense. No, it's a shooting foul. They're in the bonus. Never mind. Thought they were going to inbound. Riddick, it's her first. She went to Bonus High School in Calgary. Hits both her free throws. 4, 3, 2, 1. And off the front of the rim. Unlucky. So we got quite the finish in store. Thanks for joining us here on OSBA TV. We're headed to the fourth with Crestwood out in front 55-47. So Raptors on tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, playing against Indiana. No trade movement at the deadline. I'm okay with that. I thought they could have added maybe some guard help. Or even just, I was thinking more of like a shooting guard, a 2. Just a little help. But if that player's not out there, no need to make a move. What, they second place in the East going into the All-Star break? So some OSBA alum on the Raptors, O'Shea Brissett, former Athlete Institute player in Syracuse Orange. Now with the Raptors. It's back and forth between the 905 and the main club. Another Canadian making his debut last night in the NBA. Is it Mariel Shyok, easy for me to say. Former Virginia and Iowa State guy. Which is now I think 7 Canadian debuts this year. We're taking over. 2024 Olympics, Canada's winning the gold medal. Write it down. 2020, I think we're due a good, we should get, silver, bronze. I think the Americans will still get us. 2024, though, you got to think guys like Jamal Murray in his prime, Shai Gilgeous in his prime, Wiggins if he ever decides to put on the Canadian jersey. It's too many. All these youngsters coming up. Here we go. 10 minutes left. Crestwood didn't hold the lead in the first half. And here they are. And it's all been spurred by Cheyenne Day Wilson. She can't hit there. Russell. Leaves it for Paquette. Treya to Riddick. Hannah. And she blew by Lattimore. She just couldn't finish. Lattimore puts it on the floor, attacks. And looks like Fatima Jakate going to get called with a foul. One thing I've noticed between this time last year and this year, Lattimore's ball handling really improved. I didn't see her put the ball and attack the hoop much last year. It was more just catch and shoot, baskets, inside the key. And now she had a big three earlier and just really, really improved her ball handling. Gets the roll. It's 73% from the free throw line heading into the game. Hits them both. Paquette to Riddick to Butts. Katie's got to put it up. What are you waiting on? Waited way too long on that. Day Wilson back out to Demike. Swish. Rebecca Demike, big three. And that's the largest lead of the game. It's up to 13. Capitol Courts, no answer. Russell smothered in the corner. Paquette. Shot clock winding down. And then Day Wilson with a little hand check foul. But there's only 1.4 to go on the shot clock. Oh, no, they reset to 14. Sorry. Turnaround jumper. Russell finally trying to stop the bleeding. Demike out of bounds. Cheyenne led her too far. A little bit too much. Sierra Bob back into the game for Riddick. And double dribble. She picked it up twice, put it down. So Crestwood smothering D. Demike wide open. Misses on that one. Paquette up to Newman. Baugh. Treya with a little floater. Unlucky, in and out. Lattimore cleans that up. Cheyenne skates through everyone. And it looks like she's fouled. Paquette called with that foul. So Cheyenne again at the line. Can't hit them both. It's quite the routine. Her free throw routine. Russell attacks off the glass. Nice finish. Marissa looking for the and one, not there. Lead back down to 10. Day Burrell to Day Wilson. Oh, Cheyenne from the parking lot. Big three. And Katie Butts threw that to a ghost. Saw that earlier in the NFL season. Sam Darnold was a second-year quarterback with the New York Jets, and he was talking about playing the Patriots, and he said on live TV, man, I'm seeing ghosts out there. He was having a horrible game. When things are just happening too fast. Dave Burrell to Bailey. And Butts makes up for it with a big block and a steal. Paquette. Ooh, denied by Tasha Lattimore. Ooh. Tasha's having a game. That's about 8, I'm going to say 8 blocks maybe. I don't have access to the scores sheet, but that's a lot. Paquette for 3. Treya finally drains the tray. Lead back down to 10. But anytime Capital Courts gets it to 10, you get the response from Cheyenne, and then there she is. Oh, a little too cash on that, but Lattimore follows, cleans it up. Baugh pushed the ball up. Newman gets the rebound. And then Lattimore again, another block. Bodies flying everywhere. Demike wisely holds things up. Bailey wide open look, the lefty. Swish. Tiana Bailey. It's just raining from everywhere here in Crestwood. Killing them. 69-54. Capital Courts, no response. Well, 2 minutes into the game, I just couldn't see this coming. Crestwood looked a little flat. Took them a while to wake up. Once they woke up, ooh. So don't forget, check out my new website, undraftedfreeagent.com. Posting some OSBA player profiles up there. Definitely add a few more over the next couple days. Usually take some of the highlights from the games. Friday, I'm debating if I want to go out tonight or just have a nice quiet night. The winter, I'm just so unmotivated in this cold, you know what I mean? I had my walk downtown last Friday. That was about it. I'm thinking a Sam Adams beer and some pizza might be in order. That sounds like a good Friday night to me. So if you're Capital Courts, you got to find ways to get Marissa Russell back involved. And if you're Marissa, she's got to start taking some more shots. And it's not going to do it. A bit of a wild shot. Ooh. And Jolly Kerr and Day Wilson go down hard. They both appear okay. So Cassandra was starting for Capital Courts, buried on the bench a little bit tonight for the McMaster commit. Demike trapped. Someone's got to help her. Cheyenne there, and she can't get it over in time. So there's the big turnover that Capital Courts needed. And then Butts back out for Jolly Kerr. Russell. Oh, they had Crestwood sleeping. Marissa couldn't close the deal. Day Wilson, and she tripped. And she went down pretty hard. It looks like her foot caught the top of Marissa's foot. All right, foul is on Russell. Not calling it a shooting foul, though. And Lattimore again. Russell, baseline jumper and one. Marissa Russell goes down here hard, pops up quick, and she'll try and convert here. Crunch time, Capital Court's got to start chipping away at this lead. Marissa converts. And a travel called against Tiana Bailey, so Capital Court's getting the opportunities they need to get back into this. Russell, and nice little lay-in, Marissa. 71-59, 4:30 to go in the ball game. If you're Crestwood, keep feeding Lattimore. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Day Wilson attacks, and then on cue, Latasha Lattimore. And Russell throws it to Demike. Bailey. Lattimore again. To DeBarrell. Zakayla DeBarrell off the glass. Zakayla averaging 5 points a game. Paquette way too careless. Day Wilson picks her pocket. Lattimore and gets her own rebound and the finish. Capital Courts looks all out of sorts. Just poor shot selection, wild, erratic shots. They kind of panicking at key moments. Russell step back three. Can't get the roll. And Cheyenne. Demike, this could be the dagger. Oh. She was trying to sell that. Ref told her to get up. That was right in front of me. Butts, easy laying, wide open underneath the hoop. Lead still at 16, 2:30 to go. You need stops each time now if you're Capital Courts. Cheyenne just burning clock. And then they get the rebound. Demike didn't need to put that back up. She got away with it. Day Wilson slows it down. From way downtown, from the logo, Cheyenne Day Wilson. So if you want to know who the player of the game is, number 23 in white. Changed the game when she came in. .143 to go for Crestwood, barring a miracle. Going to get out of here with a big W. Great to see, how do you respond after your first loss? Come back. Big response here. Capital Courts will drop to 12-3. But they're still going to have a say in it come playoff time. So 5:45 local time. Doesn't look dark out just yet. It looks like we're getting a little bit more light each day. One thing I will say I've been really impressed with the OSBA this season is you never hear, any parents or anything kind of out of control. You hear nightmare stories all across North America. And I just don't see, any kind of madness out of the parents at any OSBA games, which is great to see. I grew up playing hockey in the Toronto area in the GTHL. I've seen plenty of madness in my day from parents at the hockey rinks and soccer fields and basketball and volleyball gyms. Everyone trying to eavesdrop on the conversation between the referee and the Crestwood coaching staff. Oh, I think they didn't substitute at the right time, so Lattimore back to the sideline for a second till the next stoppage of play. Cheyenne, just undressed Baugh, nice feed. Great ball movement from Crestwood. And the dagger, Rebecca Demike. That'll do it, 20-point game. What a second half by Crestwood. One thing I love about Rebecca's game is, she gets hot, hits a couple threes, and then ice cold. Missed about 5 or 6 threes in a row, but at no point did I see her confidence waver. It's like that's the pure shooter right there. Just, hey, I'm going to keep putting it up if I miss 10 in a row. And Lattimore, another block. I think she's going to get called with a foul this time. And then again, fourth quarter, she's hitting, I think, 3 big threes in the fourth. Riddick. .74% from the line. And we're going to see Faith Joseph for the first time today, number 5. And how is that not over and back? I was going to say, yeah, hey. Everyone in the gym noticed that. The ref was a little late on that. 1:11 to go. Gaudette inbounds. Isabella's brother is a hockey player, University of Massachusetts. I miss the old UMass basketball when John Calipari, who's the Kentucky coach, was the head coach there back in the early 90s. And they were really good, led by Marcus Camby, who was then drafted by the Toronto Raptors. And we're also seeing for the first time today, number 14, Riley Richardson for Capitol Courts. Riley, a class of 2022. Joseph inbounds. Malashenko steals. And that's Maleka Nimbue out there for the first time. Number 17 gets her first basket. She's got to get rid of it. Bailey. Tiana escapes, and unlucky. Miscommunication between her and Miller. 37.5 to go. Everyone just padding stats at this point. Gaudette, turnaround jumper, gets the roll. Miller. And ball bouncing around. Anybody want it? Nimbue picks it up. Riddick, and goes down hard. So Hannah to the free throw line. Just add to her season stats. Or not. So I think Capitol Court's in action tomorrow. They're back at it, I believe, tomorrow. Because I know usually when they make the trip down from Ottawa, they do the Friday, Saturday. So that'll do it. Capitol Courts is in action tomorrow against Father John Redmond, so they'll have a chance to shake off the sting of this loss pretty quickly. But what a performance. Cheyenne Day Wilson coming off the bench in the second quarter and just changing the game. What a difference. She's the player of the game, hands down. 83-68. So thanks for joining us here on OSBA TV. I'm Chris McKee. I'll be back on OSBA TV Wednesday, February 19th up at Orangeville Prep. A couple big games up there. Until next time, TTYL.